Get ready to rock Grand Rapids. For the next 6 days, concerts are taking over the Arena District in downtown. So even if you're not going to one of those concerts, this event could affect you with some street closures. 24 Hour News 8's Tom Hillen is live in Grand Rapids this morning with everything you need to know to rock the Rapids. Hi, Tom.
Good morning to you, Emily. Obviously, this area where we are right now is going to be a little bit more congested than normal over the next 6 days. And check out our awesome backdrop here. That's an 80-foot Ferris wheel that they brought in this year that you'll be able to ride on if you want to. Now, as far as those street closures go, we have one major one that we do want to let you know. Business 131 is closed between Oaks and Cherry. So if you normally just zip off the highway there and go straight into work, that's not going to be an option for you at all this week. So make sure to just give yourself some extra time. Now, you can still get tickets to any of the 6 days worth of shows if you still want to. You can buy them online, here on site, or at Pepino's on Ionia, just a few blocks from where we are right now. Speaking of those tickets, there seems to be an uptick in sales over last year. So if you were here last year, expect to see a few more people. Tickets that are still available range in price from a single day of $34 to about $90 for a VIP ticket. Here's a look at who's going to be here throughout the week. The prices that we've put next to those acts are for the cheapest tickets you can get. Now remember, unless you spend the extra money for either a VIP or a pit ticket, everything else is general admission. First come, first serve. Now you can and encourage to bring chairs. Organizers suggest bag chairs, but other lawn chairs are okay too. Similar to if you've ever been to a concert at Frederick Meyer Gardens, same situation there. And as far as parking goes, nothing special has been set up, but there's plenty of different service lots and parking garages in this area that you can take advantage of. For now, reporting live in downtown Grand Rapids, Tom Hillen, 24 Hour News 8.
The day a lot of you have been waiting for is finally here. Rock the Rapids begins today. But along with the great concerts you'll get to experience, the event helps raise a lot of money for programs right here in West Michigan. 24 Hour News 8's Tom Hillen is live in Grand Rapids getting a closer look at what organizations benefit from Rock the Rapids. Hi, Tom.
Well, good morning, Emily and Amanda. That's one of the greatest parts about this is you come down here and you spend your money, and then that money doesn't just stay here, but it goes to some more charitable organizations. This morning, we're joined by Dan McCrath, who's one of the co-founders of Rock the Rapids. We want to thank you for your time and just kind of explain to our viewers exactly how that works with the charitable donations.
Sure. Yeah, the Grand Rapids Public Schools, we put ourselves in a position that we might be able to purchase some band equipment for those guys, for the kids and the music programs. And our hope is that in the future, when we're putting city stage entertainment on here, some of the local acts, we can bring some of the kids who've been the recipients of that product to come down here and allow that music to be performed for us with equipment purchased by people who supported Rock the Rapids. So the GRPS will have funds that come in from that. We'll have the folks at the YMCA receive benefit to the YMCA scholarship program for kids whose families can not otherwise help support that. And they'll come from different areas. We have 50-50 raffles each night, and each night it's a digital raffle, if you will, because it'll be displayed on the video board throughout the course of the evening, very similar to what they do at Griffins games and Whitecaps games. And the number continues to rise when people see it, what that number is, and the more purchases for those, the more proceeds that go to the GRPS. The YMCA's proceeds will come from the rides that people take on the big Ferris wheel. And that should be a pretty good number as well, because it's an affordable price to get on there. And we've already heard from a lot of people, they just want to ride the wheel for the photo op of Festival Village.
So did you add some more things like that? I know the Ferris wheel is new this year, in hopes of increasing and giving you guys more opportunities to give back.
Actually, that was the goal, and we wanted more rides. We weren't able to get that passed. Maybe in the future, when everybody sees what we're trying to accomplish, more rides will be approved. We started with one. Small increases yield dramatic gains, so maybe down the road in the future, people will say it'd be great to have some more in there, because that ride process will allow for more revenue, more support for the local organizations. But we started with one big one. You can't miss it. And we'll see where we can go down the road.
Now, this is the second year down at this venue, and this is the second year of giving back to charitable. How did you guys come up with the decision to do that?
You know, my partner, Denny Baxter, is one of the co-founders of Whitecaps Baseball, and years ago he had this dream to put a ballpark here in West Michigan that a lot of people thought was crazy at the time. He partnered with Lou Chamberlain, and their dream became a great reality and has really done a great job for the community. we've been doing music at different locations around the Midwest for quite a while now, and he got this crazy bug that West Michigan needs a music festival, and it needs to have a music festival that can support the community and give back to it. And as much at the time as we were saying, no, we're cool at the ballpark, this works out for us, once he gets that wild hair and gets ready to go, you're not stopping him. And his vision, his passion for doing this is something that the rest of us in the ownership group have said, we got to get on board with him. He's absolutely right. The community needs a music festival, and it needs to support local charities.
Hey, Dan McCrath, they want to thank you for your time this morning. And coming up at the top of our hour, 6 o'clock, we'll be telling you much more about Rock the Rapids, from parking and how you can still get some tickets. For now, live in Grand Rapids, Tom Hillen, 24-hour News 8.
Well, get ready to rock Grand Rapids. For the next 6 days, concerts are taking over the Arena District in downtown. So even if you're not going to one of these concerts, this event could affect you with some street closures. 24-hour News 8's Tom Hillen is live in Grand Rapids this morning with everything you need to know to rock the Rapids. Sounds like fun, Tom.
It is going to be a great time down here for the next 6 days. But if you come down here for work, just be aware it's going to be a little bit more congested than what you might find on a normal day. Really, the biggest street closure that could affect people is the one that Business 131 is closed between Oaks and Cherry. So if you normally just zip right off the highway, go straight into downtown, you're going to have to make a few adjustments. Shouldn't be too big of a deal, but might want to give yourself a few extra minutes. Now, you can still get tickets if you do want to come down and take part in some of these shows. You can buy them online, here on site, or at Pepino's on Ionia Street, just a few blocks from where we are right now. They range in price from a single day from about $34 to about $90 for VIP. You can also buy a week-long pass as well. Now, here's a look at who's going to be here this week. The prices that we've put up there for you are the cheapest tickets for that day. Remember, unless you spend that extra cash for either VIP or pit tickets, everything is general admission. You can and are encouraged to bring chairs with you. Organizers suggest bag chairs, but other lawn chairs are okay too. If you've ever been to a concert at Frederick Meyer Gardens, very similar to that situation as well. And as far as parking goes, nothing special's been set up, but there's plenty of parking garages and parking service lots in the area for you to take advantage of when you come down to your concerts. For now, live in downtown Grand Rapids, Tom Hillen, 24-hour News 8.
There are people who plan year-round to make Rock the Rapids a success.
But there's no way it could happen without all the volunteers. 24-hour News 8's Tom Hillen is live in Grand Rapids, giving us a better idea of how it all comes together. Tom?
Good morning, Amanda and Emily. Yes, you said it. Volunteers really an integral part of this event. This morning we're joined with Michael Zaleski, and he's a spokesperson for Rock the Rapids, and really talk to us about what it takes for your staff and for volunteers really to pull this 6-day event off.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, it's a community event, and with any community event, to make it successful, you need an army of volunteers. We have over 350 volunteers that are ready to help us out and make this all successful. And you're talking thousands of hours of man hours to put it all together, to run it, and then take it apart. So I'm really grateful that people will take time from their day and volunteer to help a community event like this a success.
Now, as far as your situation with volunteers right now, where do you stand? And if you don't need more this year, where do those next opportunities come from?
Right. Well, they can go to rocktherapids.org and volunteer. We might be set for this year, but certainly we'll put their name in for next year. And we invite them to check out our website and see how the volunteer process works and get registered now for next year, because after next Monday, we start planning for next year.
And what goes into that planning for next year? I mean, do you have to think about logistics every year, bringing in new things like this Ferris wheel? I mean, where do you really start?
Yeah, it's really a complex situation, because as you mentioned, you've got all of the entertainment venue, and then you have to look at your talent and seeing who's available and when they're available and map it all out so you get a diversity of music, and you're able to bring in all these different kinds of festival pieces so that everybody gets a good diversity of music and fun and food to make it a success.
All right, Michael Zaleski, we want to thank you for your time this morning. And of course, going on for the next 6 days here, tickets are still available. So if you want to come down and check out.
Check it out. I think that's basically what you wanted to.
Right. Check it out.